Welcome to this special edition of the Scooby Panel. Today we're going to be talking about Scoob Holiday Haunt being canceled, which at first I thought was a joke, but apparently it is not a joke. It has been confirmed by Tony Cervoni and Michael Korinsky, and apparently Scoob Holiday Haunt is canceled. So guys, what do you think about this? Cameron?
I was it kind of took me back a little bit. When I first logged on to social media, I saw that you posted, Nikki, and I was like, oh, hold on. This is like, and sometimes you know how like news like gets like thrown out there, like, and sometimes it's false news. And I was like, okay, this is probably false news. But like seeing it feels like, because the first when I saw it, I didn't see you. I just saw it. And then like I saw you shared it and I was like, no, like this is legit. Because I know Nikki wouldn't post anything without it being legit. So I went and I just kind of just scrolled down a little bit from her post, and I mean it was everywhere, and it just broke my heart. Number one, I liked Scoob the movie. I mean, I'm not saying it was like my favorite Scooby-Doo movie of all time, but I thought it was a good movie, you know. And I mean, my goodness, to take them back to when they were kids, it's kind of like a pup named Scooby-Doo movie in a sense, you know what I mean? And I love a pup named Scooby-Doo. And I think the thing that made me the most sick is Tony Cervoni had to post it. And y'all just stop and think about this for a second. There were so many people working on this project. You have the voice actors, you got the people who do the special effects, you got the people who design, who do all, I mean, just everything. You got a full team at Warner Brothers. And then just one day it's, oh, we're just going to pull the plug. It's like, really? And the thing that broke my heart the most, and I have right here, and I'm going to read it to y'all, and this is from Tony Cervoni. He's the director of Scoob Holiday Haunt. He said this: yes, I'm afraid this is true. And he posted the Hollywood Reporter, which is a valuable source. And he said, yes, I'm afraid this is true. The movie is practically finished. That's what hurt me. And it turned out beautifully. I'm beyond heartbroken. And that's all I said. And it blew up. I mean, it just blew up everywhere. And if you have something basically finished and you're right there, why would you just not put it out there? And it's going on HBO Max. It's not like it's going to theaters. It's going on HBO Max. Just release it. Just finish up where you are and release it. And I know this is a Scooby-Doo thing, but you know, it goes for anything. If it's another project, let it finish. You know, another thing I think that this really irked me the most was that, you know, if let's just say, for example, we heard about Scoob Holiday Haunt last month. We heard about it the 1st of July. And then right now it's August. And then they said, oh, we're pulling the plug on it. Would I be upset? Yeah, I'd be upset, but I wouldn't be upset as I am right now. And I don't think the team would be as much, because it would just be announced. It wouldn't be all the way almost done. And then you pull the plug and then that project, what do you do with that project? You just lock it away in the Warner Brothers vault? You know, I respect Warner Brothers on some things. I do. But when you have a franchise of a cartoon dog that has been keeping going for 50 years, like to me, Warner Brothers is Looney Tunes to Scooby-Doo. And they just keep on going. They're consistent. And then you rip that away. I mean, I'm sorry, and I'm about to get a little personal here, but take for example that DC superhero Pets movie that's on right now. Nothing against it, I haven't seen it, but do y'all notice that it's big time actors that never get their names pulled? I mean, think for example, it's Dwayne the Rock Johnson and Kevin Hart, and they would never pull that movie. No, not in a million years. But you can pull Scoob. That doesn't have like, I'm not saying that the kids that are being voice actors, I'm not saying, but you know, I mean, they're not like, here's like Dwayne the Rock Johnson up here. I mean, but they're good actors. I'm not, please don't take it the wrong way, but you know what I mean though. They're not going to pull that. Look at Space Jam, the new one. It was with LeBron James. You're not going to pull it because it's LeBron James. You know, it breaks my heart, y'all. You know, it really does. I don't know. I mean, what does this mean for Scooby-Doo in theaters? I mean, in going on mainstream media, you know, are they going to pull Scooby-Doo direct-to-TV movies now? Are they going to start pulling those away? Are they going to start going away with them? I don't
We
know.
haven't had an announcement for a direct-to-video
No.
movie. The only thing we got this year was Scooby-Doo and Guess Who, the second season on
That's
DVD.
it.
We've gotten no direct-to-video. I mean, Scoob Holiday Haunt was like the thing that we were going to get this year.
Mm-hmm.
And like you, I was really upset that, these people worked on this. I mean, we've seen the voice actors in the booth, like doing their thing. We've seen little pictures of things that they're working on, and for it all to just be done, like these people worked on this movie, they put their heart and soul into this movie, and no one gets to see it. That's ridiculous.
Breaks my heart. It really does. And I think, I mean, as a Scooby-Doo fan, you would think, oh, you're upset because you don't get to see it. It's not that. I'm upset because those people put all their hard work into it. They put their time and effort. That's what makes me very, very. I was fuming at work. I was at work when I found out. I was like, calm down, Cameron. Be professional. You are at work. And it just, my God. What, I mean, is this the world we've come to? I would have more respect if they pulled it in an earlier process stage, but to pull it this late in the game, it makes no sense to me. And that's all I really have to say about it. I'm pretty upset with Warner Brothers about this. So, and I've always been tiptoeing around because I never want to upset anybody. But yeah, Warner Brothers, I can't believe you did this. As Scooby fans, I mean, if I will say this, and then I'll be done. If William Hanna and Joseph Barbera were still alive to this day, I do not think they would be okay with this. I think they'd be very, very upset with the direction that it's happening right now. And that's all I have to say.
Wendy, what are your thoughts?
Yeah, they're really cutting off their nose to spite their face here. And it's not just with Scooby. It's like a bigger movement. There's new people at Warner Brothers who are seeing things and want them to go in a different direction. And while initiative is usually a good thing, I feel like sometimes people come in and they're overzealous and they don't observe. I was reading about how, they're looking to move away from streaming films to go theatrical. Well, okay, I get it. You're looking for a bigger bang for your buck. That's what you're looking for. But does the market support that? And honestly, I don't think it does. This is not, the 90s or the 80s, and we're still in the middle of a pandemic. This is not the time to be, banking totally on theatrical movies that have like twice, 3 times, 4 times the budget. If you're doing this as a money saving cost, going to a format that is going to cost you a ton more money is maybe not the right direction to go if you're looking to make money at all. And if you've already got something finished, the Batgirl film was already finished and they pulled it. For what purpose? Because you think it's not going to make as much money initially as what you want, so you'd rather it make no money? Like, you've already spent the money, guys. You've already spent the money. You've already paid the people. I don't see where your logic is in this to be like,
it was
well,
live action, wasn't it?
Yeah. It had and its budget was like twice that of this Scooby movie, and it was done. It was completely finished. And they're just like, nope, we're just gonna throw it in the can. And you think like, wow, I mean, we should all have so much money that we can throw money away like that, right? And the fact that they're saying that this is like for cost saving effectiveness, no, you're literally just like, you might as well, you would get better. It would be better to like burn the cash to heat your house you'd get something out of that, as opposed to this where you're just like essentially just like throwing it in the garbage. Who cares? Like, who wants it? I think it's really disappointing because it was something that I was looking forward to. I don't love the CG animation that Scoob and that this was going to have. But I mean, Scooby and Christmas together, like that's my favorite thing. And I really think that it was gearing up to be like a really sweet movie. I read something else tonight about platforms that were pulling content because they wanted to move away from family friendly and kid oriented content. Nothing is more disappointing to me than when I see platforms doing that, because they are not the first. And I really think it's sad when, to be honest, in the entertainment business, children are just as much your demographic for making money as anybody else, if not more, to be honest. And to think, like, is that why you're pulling these films? Is that why you pulled Scoob? Because you've decided that you want to be more edgy, that you want your brand to be more adult, and you want to move away from the stuff for kids? So this is your solution? I mean, that's just sad on a moral level. That's sad on a human level, that you think that that's kids stuff, family friendly content is like boring and you don't want your platform associated with that anymore. You need to take a good long look in the mirror and evaluate your life. That's not a commendable way of thinking, in my opinion. I really don't think so, because family friendly means it's good for adults too. It's not just for kids. And I feel like this Scoob movie would have been a really great bridge between kids and adults. Scoob was a movie that, I mean, it's not even like a favorite of mine. But even as an adult, I enjoyed it. It wasn't dumbed down, you know, it wasn't for like preschoolers or something like that. Like it was a movie, and it was a good movie. And I think that this one would have really had a nice tone to it. And I'm like everybody else, I'm really disappointed that now we're not going to get to see it. And it does sting more coming at the end of the project. Like you guys said, if they had just announced it and then changed their mind, okay, that's disappointing, but whatever, you got to do what you got to do. But to be this far along in the game and to just bench it is, like we want our Scooby, and we want justice for the people that work on it. You know, I'm sure that they still got paid something, but that's not the point. Now their work will never be seen, and that's just such a waste, and it seems really unnecessary. I really think that Warner Brothers makes enough money that they could have, you know, even if you're not going to gross what you think you should be grossing, you still would have grossed something, and you would have made people happy. And I feel like today, nobody gives a darn about making other people happy anymore. It is all about the bottom line. It's all about the money. And that's when your programming starts to suffer. Because when your programming has no soul, you have no soul, that's not a recipe for people feeling good and wanting to consume your product. At least not people like me, which obviously I'm not the target, but my money's green just like everybody else's is. And I'm certainly not going to pay money for adult content instead of family-friendly content just because that's what you're doing now. If you stop producing the content that I want to watch, I will stop supporting you, period. I will go someplace else where people are showing stuff that is good and not disappointing everybody every time you turn around. So yeah, very, very disappointing. It looked like a really fun and cute movie. The premise was good, and Scooby and Christmas, I mean, anytime something Christmas doesn't happen, I'm gonna be sad about it.
You know, Puppy Scoob was adorable. He
Yeah.
was so cute. I mean, we need more Puppy Scoob. I'm sorry. That
Mhm.
was like the best part of Scoob was when they were kids. And to have a whole movie of them being kids would just be so great.
Mhm.
And it's sad. It really is sad. Like these people worked hard, and we need to remember, even if you didn't like Scoob, making negative comments and saying, "Oh, this is great. We didn't need this movie." It's inappropriate because you have to keep in mind that these people worked on this movie, and all of their work at this moment is just being trashed. And for what? You know, they've almost completed the movie. They've already spent the money. So why not release it on DVD? You know, why can't we get it some other way? If HBO Max doesn't want it, Cartoon Network, DVD, whatever, I say we crowdsource the movie. Let's all like put money together and we'll pay to have it made. You know, why not? We could do it. But yeah, I don't know if Warner Brothers would allow that. I don't know how all of that works. It all
Mhm.
is very complicated when you're talking about copyright stuff. And
Yeah.
but if we could do it, I mean, I would definitely pitch in. I think it would be great. I would love to see this movie happen. You can use the hashtag Save Scoob Holiday Haunt on social media. And you know, let's support these people. Let's try to get Warner Brothers to change their minds. I mean,
Agreed.
hopefully they do. And I've seen so much support for this movie that it would really be a shame if they don't change their mind.
Yeah.
And from what I understand, Discovery took over Warner Brothers. So I don't know if it's
Yeah.
Discovery that's making the decisions or if it's Warner Brothers that's making the decisions. But regardless, this decision sucks. And as Scooby fans, like we just want you to give us Scoob Holiday Haunt. It's not a lot to ask for. If it's already almost done, just let us see it. You know?
Makes me want to go rent a mystery machine, come pick y'all up, and then go like outside of Warner Brothers and just, you know, like on what is it, Scooby-Doo Goes Hollywood, where they're like,
There you go.
Scooby-Doo, we
Yeah.
need you. Yeah, just go out there dressed in 70s clothes and go at it.
Yes, we can
I
protest.
yes. Heck, you know, I would. But you know, I do commend some people that are still in, and you know, there's good and bad in all situations. There's good people at Warner Brothers and there's bad people at Warner Brothers. You know, when I say I'm mad at Warner Brothers, I'm mad at those people that are very negative and want to bring this change that is not very family friendly. You know, um, I think what's kept Scooby so strong is because he is so lovable, so relatable, to bridge, like you guys were saying, to bridge kids to adults. And it's been kept clean. You know, do I love Looney Tunes? I do love the Looney Tunes, not as much as I do the Scooby-Doo. So it's hard when I see the Looney Tunes getting so much, like 10 times more products than we do for Scooby-Doo products, 10 times more projects and series than we get for Scooby-Doo. And I just think it's like a huge slap in the face. You know what I mean? And it's like, okay, well, what direction are y'all wanting to take? Because you've canceled Holiday Haunt. You've announced you're doing an adult series about Velma. You know what I mean? And then I get we're having like the little one, the mystery pups come up. And I'll be honest with y'all. I hope and pray they don't cancel that. I really do. Because if they cancel that, I mean, it's you know, I don't know. I start to see things and I just, it worries me, you know, but I do commend those people that are in there saying, hey, we have got to keep Scooby-Doo clean. You know what I mean? Like, cause, you know, keeping it clean on Holiday Haunt, keeping it clean, like, and they've kept it clean so far, you know, but then you get one little project in there, and it's okay to throw sex, it's okay to throw drugs, it's okay to throw violence, it's okay to throw Scooby-Doo, standing over a body, bludgeoned to death. It's okay. And then there comes another project. Well, that was great. Now let's do another one. And that kind of scares me. And let me tell y'all something right now. You don't think there's evil in Hollywood, and I'm telling you right now, look at, we just got this movie that was almost done, just pulled. I mean, I've kind of learned, I'm 24 years old now. I've kind of learned never say never, because I've seen things, and I know I'm a young guy, but I've seen things in the past couple of years happen that I thought would never happen. And it's happening. So yeah. I don't know which direction they're trying to take, but let me tell you something right now. Warner Brothers may look at me and say, oh, he's a nobody, or I don't know who he is, or, put him to the side. I'm not saying, toot my own horn saying I'm the biggest Scooby-Doo fan. I don't think there is a biggest Scooby-Doo fan. I think we're all Scooby fans loving Scooby. But let me tell you something right now. They start screwing with Scooby-Doo, fans are going to start fighting back, and fans are going to say, we're not taking this anymore, and we don't appreciate it. Because people may just say, oh, it's a cartoon character, but this cartoon character helps people with anxiety. He has been there for kids' childhood. My childhood was 10 times better because Scooby-Doo is in it, And I'm sorry, y'all. I mean, I shouldn't even say sorry. I'm not sorry. I'm passionate tonight because I love Scooby-Doo. And you rip this away from the fans, I'm pretty pissed off. Yeah, I think I'll say that. I'm pretty pissed off. My goodness, what else are you going to rip away from us,
And that's the question. Are we going to get Velma? Are we going to get mystery pups? Like, is this just the beginning of, and I hate to say it, but the beginning of the end of new Scooby anything? Mm-hmm. It's not something that I want to happen, but it's unfortunately a possibility. I mean, if they're canceling Scoob Holiday Haunt, and like Wendy said, if they're looking to do more adult content, then mystery pups doesn't stand a chance.
Right.
So yeah,
it is good. If you are, like Nikki said, if you are a fan, use the hashtag. Fans have saved shows before. That is not unheard of. Be respectful. Okay, there's no need to be nasty or anything like that. That is not the way to get what you want. Be respectful and be polite about it. But it's okay to let Warner Brothers know what you want and what you don't want. Be vocal about it. Again, do it in a respectful manner. Don't be a jerk. There's no need for that. And that's not going to win you any friends or anything like that. But go on social media. Tag writers, directors. I mean, right now, the thing is, it only takes one or two new people coming into a company in positions of power, which is what's going on, and they have a different vision. Well, if their vision doesn't mesh with yours and you're the paying customer, tell them that. Tell them. Because if nobody speaks up, nothing will get done. Now, I'm not saying that speaking up will guarantee that something will get done, but at least you'll have tried. And there's nothing wrong with voicing your opinion. There's nothing wrong with telling places like Warner Brothers, hey, we really like this thing that you did. Hey, we really didn't like this thing that you did. Hey, we'd really like it if you would try this. If they don't listen, that's fine. That's their prerogative. But if you have a voice, it's okay for you to voice what you want and what you think. Just, again, be respectful about it, but go online. If you want them to save Holiday Haunt, then tell them so. It won't hurt to say that. It will not hurt. And maybe if enough people get behind it, who knows? Warner Brothers is in the business to make money just like everybody else. And if their new creative directors are pulling the company away from what's going to make them money, they will course correct. That is a fact, because they are there to make money at the end of the day. So tell them that you're not happy with this decision, and fingers crossed, maybe they'll change their mind and we'll get it anyway. I mean, guys, you've already made most of it. You're just throwing away your money. So come on, we want to see it. And there's just no reason for you not to do this.
Yeah. So hopefully we see it one way or another. Use the hashtag, hashtag Save Scoob Holiday Haunt. There's supposed to be a petition, which I'll put in the description below. And let us know your thoughts on them canceling Scoob Holiday Haunt in the comments below. Thanks for joining us for this special edition of the Scooby Panel.